Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This podcast is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Now more than ever, our internet reliance is increasing, from talking to loved ones, to streaming your favourite shows, to watching any of the podcasts here on Stretford Paddock. And with that increased footprint, so does our need for proper internet security. And Surfshark is a VPN service that encrypts your data, which stops anyone unwanted from seeing it. Another great thing about Surfshark is it allows you to see all of the great content from around the world. Simply sign in to Brazil and check out their Netflix. You can watch Croatian Amazon Prime. And when you're on holiday, you can still watch all of your shows from back home simply by changing it to your home nation. It is that simple. And currently Surfshark have an amazing deal. By clicking the link in the description and using our code Paddock, you can get a whole 3 months extra for free. That is 3 months extra for free. In addition, Surfshark also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, use that link in the description and use the code Paddock for 3 months for free and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Brew, and joining me, as I was going to say as always, but lately I've been on the Brew quite a lot.
A bit more, haven't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of gate crashed it and that made it one of your videos all of a sudden. You know what I mean, you're not on enough videos, am I not?
You invited me on.
Geg on the Brew now.
I was trying to
You've
not
chucked
be
Steve
on.
off it.
That's true, yeah.
And then got on
I
it.
threw him all the way to Normandy.
He's been down in Normandy and doing his things there. So he'll be back next week, so don't panic if you're missing Stephen Howson. Also joining us, someone who's been on the Brew a few times, is Jim from the Slow Readers Club. How are we doing, bro?
I'm good, mate. Thank you. Cheers for inviting us.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We were chatting just before you joined us. What you been up to? Been recording and that?
Yeah, recording some tunes, hopefully. Get them out as soon as we can. But just recording, writing stuff, and then obviously playing a few festivals here and there.
How long does it take? What's the sort of process? What is it? How long does it take? Do you give yourself to write an album, then record and all that sort of, what's the timeline?
I suppose it depends. If normally we just write tunes, and then when we've got enough, we'll go, we may as well have a go at recording them. but other bands will sort of, because they're touring loads, they might go, right, well, we've got a 3-month window here where we need to write and record an album. So that'd probably be harder. We not that we struggle, but I wouldn't like that, because you're putting the pressure to do something that's supposed to be art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I can imagine it stops being art pretty quickly when you've got deadlines and factors that mean that you have to do it now.
If you're young these days and you get like labels get older and then you get like an A&R who mould you, it stops being art fucking from day one or two, because someone's going, no, we want you to wear these clothes, and this is your persona, this is what we want you to aim for. And it's like, right, well, it's not art anymore, is it?
How did you avoid that though? How did you avoid that? Did you just say, look, we're doing our own thing?
We avoided it because no fucker was interested in us. That's how we avoided it.
That's one way of doing it.
I like that.
So
that clever thinking, you see.
Yeah, we did it on purpose. We were shit on purpose, so nobody wanted to. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted
I think last time we spoke, was you going on tour last time? Because I remember you saying you was in Belgium.
Mate,
one of the ones I was thinking.
No, we I think it was actually, we toured the UK and then Europe. We're back out in Europe next year. I know it sounds daft to be talking about next year, but next year we're touring the end of this year, November time, and then we're in Europe. I think it's March or April next year.
Have you got a favourite place in Europe that you like to go?
You know what? Wherever we get days off's a top day. Like, because when you're gigging, I know it sounds daft, when you're gigging, you'll have like, if you go on Europe and you do like a proper run of shows, you might have 5 shows and then a day off. 5 shows, day off, 5 shows, day off. So like, if you play a show in Amsterdam and you've not got a day off, you literally go in, you set up, you do your sound check, you go and get something to eat, you do your gig, you go to your hotel room or on your bus or wherever you stay in, you wake up the next day, or you drive through the night, whatever. So you don't really see it.
Okay.
But we've had a couple of days off in Berlin. I fucking love Berlin. I think it's class. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's massive, and you can go to different parts of Berlin and think you're in a completely different city. It's that big. So we like Berlin. I used to never like Paris, but we've had a few days off in Paris with the band.
Paris is a divisive city.
Each time we've had a day off, we fucking loved it.
No, I've not been as an adult. I went as a kid.
Yeah, it's weird, Paris, because
in Disneyland.
Have you heard of Paris syndrome?
No,
what is that?
Go on.
So it's
named after Paris Hilton.
No, it's named after the city.
Is it like Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, where you
sort
can't
of,
leave somewhere because you're not falling in love with it.
But almost in reverse. So it's a syndrome that is that people have who have an image of what Paris is like, who go there and freak out when it's not like that.
Really?
So everyone imagines sort of accordion music, winding cobbled streets, some bloke flipping out a tablecloth and putting the wine glasses down, and then it's a bit more sort of rats and.
It can be a bit gritty, can't it?
But apparently,
so
apparently, it particularly affects Japanese tourists, according to the Wikipedia. So it says Paris syndrome is a cluster of psychiatric symptoms exhibited by some individuals when visiting Paris that can be viewed as a severe form of culture shock. Right, okay, fair enough. The syndrome is characterized by symptoms such as delusional states, hallucinations, feelings of being a victim of prejudice, aggression, or hostility from others, derealization, anxiety, psychosomatic manifestations, including tachycardia, sweating, and dizziness, and others such as vomiting.
What's derealization? Is that what you said?
Yeah, they wrote that things can only get better, didn't they?
That's it. I knew I recognised that.
So imagine going to Paris and you're just throwing up and the world is just
you're hallucinating.
How have you heard about Paris syndrome?
You've
heard it somewhere.
Honestly,
I heard it somewhere.
He's like Stephen Fry.
Do you know any other syndromes with cities, or apart from Stockholm syndrome?
Stockholm's the only one, but it's nothing like this, is it?
Right.
It's so different to what people think that they just stop being sick. Can you imagine that?
Imagine hallucinating. You think you
I think what's happening is
hallucinating, throw it up.
Yeah.
They've gone to one of these restaurants where someone's playing an accordion and then there's roses and all that, and then you've had a nice 3-course meal and someone's hit them with a bill.
Yeah,
that's when they spewed up.
Syndrome kicks right in there.
It does.
Oh, from the room spin. I might have to try that.
How many euros?
Do you know what I loved about Paris? It's so close to everything. I thought, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong because it's been a while since I've been there, but everything seemed really close together. I remember walking around like this.
It's
quite sort of. Like
it's a massive city, but not like a lot of the stuff you go to see is
walking distance within. It's not like London where it's like half an hour on the tube away from something else. It's like you can do like all the main bits.
Your Arc de Triomphe and that.
Yeah, it was good, man. But I liked
the Pompidou Centre. Did you go there?
Is that where they do the bingo and all that?
Yeah,
I went. Love a bit of the Pompidou Centre, me. Yeah. Where's your favourite European city? Because you're quite well travelled, aren't
you? Not really, but...
well, you are.
My favourite in terms of going just to visit as a tourist is Rome, definitely.
Right, okay.
Mad. Mental.
Yeah.
It's got like... You go around the corner of just every corner, not just a corner.
There's ruins.
Every corner is the biggest like tourist attraction that any other city would have, and it's just like in another a corner one. And then you go to another one, there's another one. Like most cities have got 1 or 2 great things, and then the great cities like Paris have got maybe half a dozen. Rome's got like 40 things where you go, everyone else would have this as their best thing. It's absolutely unbelievable for history.
I need to go back. The only time I've ever been there was Champions League final.
When really?
2009.
2009.
And so that wasn't a great experience. But Paris, the first time I went to Paris was to see United. We played, I'm sure it was Lyon, when they were playing in Paris.
Right.
We got beat. So that I didn't like Paris. And then I've been back with the band and I like it, whereas I've not been to Rome with the band. So maybe I need to go back there because I don't like Rome because we got dicked off Barcelona.
It spoils it, doesn't it? Have you got any sort of memory that's sort of tied to United or a bad result? It does you in. It's like we was in I went to see Peter Kay the other day, right, in the Emmy Arena, or the Manchester Arena, I should say. And me and my mate were chatting, and he was like, "Have you been?" I said, "I've not been here for years. I couldn't remember. I think the last time I went there was to see Kasabian, right?"
Right.
And he said, "How was it?" And I said, "I didn't really enjoy it." And he said, "Why was it no good?" I said, "No, it was the night we got knocked out of the Champions League by Benfica. You know, when we was in that group with Basel and Benfica. And
it's under Fergie.
Yeah, and we won we were 2-0 up or 3-0 up at home to Basel and we drew. And then we lost away to them, and I can't remember the other game. And the last game was Benfica away, and we had to win or draw to stay in. And we got beat 2-1. And that's all my overriding memory of it is.
Yeah, so Peter Kay's shit because he like
Kasabian. Kasabian is like my memory. He's just been fuming that night.
Oh, Kasabian shit.
Yeah, I'd found out on my phone, like, obviously, someone said, because I've thought, we'll be all right, we'll beat them. Knocked out, and I was like, first time I think under Fergie we've been knocked out of the group stages since group stages were a thing.
What's your favourite European city? And you can't say Manchester.
I'd say Salford if I was going to say Manchester. Salford.
Sorry.
I don't know. I wasn't there long, but I
you flew over.
Bergamo. is it Bergamo in Milan? I liked it there. I spent a day there, but that was mint. I liked. I've not been that, mate. I can't remember, but I like Munich, mate. I thought that was a really good city.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I went there and I was sober when I went there because a lot of the cities I've done, I was out of my head. Like, can't remember it. Would be lying if I could tell you much about it. And it's also a lot of it's tied to United or whatever, and I'm just like, I can't really fucking remember being there. But I do remember because I went to Munich when I wasn't drinking, and it was, other than getting the football, was a disaster.
But, was this 2010?
Yeah, but the actual city itself was class. Yeah, so yeah. What are people saying? Get involved in the chat in the comments. And let us know your favourite city.
No one's. Jonathan says Portugal, Germany, Spain, or France will win.
Good cities.
He's talking
big
about the
cities.
Euros.
Right.
Yeah, well, we've tied it in actually, haven't we? We're on brand here. We're not on brand for the Brew, but we've tied it in with the Euros.
Jace Parker says Munich was boring.
Right, okay, it's fair enough. Each to their own. I dumped my friends in Munich. Like, they're out of their head. They've been doing things all day, and we were doing me head in.
Yeah.
And I see my other mates who were a bit more with it, so I left them.
So you left them?
Yeah, I left them.
Yes.
Left them to it.
We've got a couple of super chats. Alex Buckingham, who's been a member for 42 months. Thank you very much, Alex. Says, who cares? Southgate stock going down would be good for us. Makes it less likely that he'll replace Ten Hag. Does it make it less likely, or does it just mean that when he does replace him, we're even more upset and angry?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be him.
Southgate?
Honestly, it's bad. Listen, I've got nothing against him. I don't want to talk about the management thing too much, but
you can do it.
Like Ten Hag is a serial winner, right? I'm not a Ten Hag fanboy, right? But I like him.
Yeah.
So since he's come in the club, not that I am a fucking manager, but he's done things that have gone, I'd have probably done that.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
With the Sancho stuff, or with Ronaldo at the time, and like dropping players who you think, I'd have dropped him as well.
Yeah.
And we won a trophy last season, we won a trophy this season. I know we've not been fucking great, but before he come to United, he didn't just get Ajax to a Champions League semi-final.
No.
He fucking won trophies and won trophies.
Yeah.
Southgate, what's he done?
Never won any trophies.
No. And I know it is less opportunity to win trophies, but fuck it, I don't know.
No, I think
he's a nice bloke. He's a really nice bloke. He comes across dead nice, and he wears a waistcoat and that. But I don't know.
I can be deluded. Yeah, I am. Like, every year I think 21 is coming and we're going to do this, that, and the other. And I like that idea of just having that little bit of hope.
Yeah.
Right. Even though as deluded as it sounds, like, do you know what, we could do it this year. Do you know what, Liverpool are a bit ropey. City, you've got to run out of steam. Like, trying to convince yourself. But with Southgate, I just don't think there's any chance whatsoever of United doing anything. Like, I just think that takes even away, even someone like me who can be completely deluded and overly optimistic. I just think, no, I don't think there's a chance in hell of him ever winning a title with us. No. And I think with Ten Hag it'd be difficult, but I could see it happening.
Yeah.
But I just don't with Southgate. And I want that little bit of hope. Do you know what I mean? I don't think for 1 minute Gareth Southgate comes to United and wins 2 trophies. I don't know, league form and all that hasn't been great, but I don't even see him getting us in the top 4. I don't want to hate on him because, like,
it's bad, isn't it? You don't want to do that. But
and, it might just be people putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 12 because he knows Dan Ashworth and they work together at England. But if it is Gareth Southgate, I think that's a hard sell that for anyone to come in and the first major decision you make is you replacing a manager who, all right, he's got his faults, but has won lots of trophies, like you were saying, Jim, and has won trophies at Manchester United, with someone who, when they were a club manager, got relegated and then got sacked in the Championship, has never managed the transfer budget well, has never won a trophy at club level, has never played in it or managed or played in the Champions League. It just, for me, would be absolutely ludicrous. What are the comments saying? I see there's a few chats there.
David Harvey says, Jay, thanks to you, I'm now fully invested in The Sopranos.
Good lad.
Greatest programme ever. My life will never be the same again.
Right, me and Scotty.
I've never seen Sopranos.
What?
I know.
Do you know what, Jim? Right,
I say in the band, I've never seen Pulp Fiction, and I get loads of shit in the band for that.
What, really?
Yeah.
You're telling me that
they give me shit for that big time.
66% of this table hasn't seen Pulp Fiction. That is disgusting. I said to my missus, I was going on about Pulp Fiction because she's like, I'm not seeing it. I remember putting it on, I was raving about it. So, it's fucking brilliant. It's one of the best.
She said it's shit.
She fell asleep. I was just like, do you know what? I'll just give up. Sopranos you've not seen?
No.
I mean,
I know it's bad. I get
it. Listen, I get it, especially if you're in a band.
I know I'd like it, but when I look at it and I see how many episodes there is, I think I can't start that.
Well,
do you know what I mean? It's a lot, isn't there?
There is a lot. but you're lucky because you've never seen it. Because I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
I've sort of overseen it. You
Really?
know what I mean? Like every time I've seen an episode,
yeah.
I know what's coming. I know this.
Yeah.
Because when we were in the States last year, weren't we? So we was in New Jersey where it's set and filmed. So Macola on the channel and John Shin, they put together like a little tour. So we went to like his house where
when they filmed,
the Bada Bing, which is the strip club. We went there. We went to like, it was mad. We went into this gaff, right? There's like a pork store that they go in and they chill in and all that.
And they're chilling and killing.
Killing and that. But for the first 2 episodes, it changed to Satrial's that's no longer there in New Jersey. But for the first 2 episodes, it was this different one. And we went to that one and like, we were chatting to the guy that ran it. And he was like, we were saying, we're from like England, we're massive Sopranos fans and we know they filmed it. And he's like, yeah, come in the back. So he took us in the back.
And fucking...
like, then like,
on the
they
table.
killed John Shin and that was in that. And
Whack cheers.
yeah, he was telling us all these stories on his pictures and and then he was mint. He was giving like, I don't drink, but he was giving him, it was like 9:30 in the morning, he was giving him Zambuca. Because John was driving, he weren't drinking, so Maka was drinking like Zambuca and he was just top telling us all these stories. It was class, man, it was. So yeah.
So has that cemented you Sopranos being the best?
The element.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds crazy, right? There's a bit in like, a lot of the Sopranos, what goes on is filmed in this car park outside the strip club.
Yeah.
And when we went there, like it's the actual car park you film, it was getting like, you felt a bit emotional.
Really?
Like it felt weird, you know, because you've watched something and you love it so much and you actually, because you never think like, I'll ever go and see this. And it was just by a quirk of fate, we were in New Jersey for the United thing. And then Mac was like, we should do something like Sopranos, because he's like me, we're just obsessed with it. I was like, yeah, 100%. So you get there and you're like, oh my God, this is where this happened. It felt mint. It was so good, wasn't it? We were seeing you afterwards and we were just like chewing his ear off.
Really?
It was.
Have you seen Sopranos then?
I've seen the first series.
Right.
And I like it. Do you know what the difficult thing for me is? It's on Now TV, which is the most difficult. You have to get a player and you click
fuck
it.
around
You
to see it.
You can't watch it in the player. You have to click it on your browser and then it opens the player up, but then sometimes it doesn't. I just can't be fucking on. Get it. Now Sky do the best job they can to stop you watching their shows, except on the telly. The Sky Go app is a bag of shit. Trying to watch Sky through Virgin TV is shit. Now TV is shit. It's like they just want you to pay 150 quid and watch it on your big telly. Otherwise, the experience
do you know what?
is terrible.
I think you're right, you know, because I'm lazy, mate, and they wear you down.
They do.
To the point where I just go, just fucking buy it. You know what? Like, just what is the thing? Like, just get it on the thing we're meant to get it on it. Because I used to have all them boxes and try and do legal ones, obviously. And then and now it's just like, I'm just like Sky. But yeah, the Sopranos is class.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
It's whether you can be bothered. I did have I had it all on DVDs, but I lost it over the years.
Frisbeeing them at people and stuff.
Yeah, chucking them out the window at people.
Yomi Nelson, who's remember for 45 months. Crikey, thank you very much. It says, going to London and Barcelona in August. Any suggestions that I should absolutely hit? Well, I've never been to Barcelona, so I can pass that
Barcelona.
I'd swerve them both.
Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
Barcelona was weird, man, because it was good, because obviously I managed to get a ticket on a day and go in the the home end.
Yeah.
And I was there with like one of my best mates, and me and him hadn't done the European away for about 10 years, so that was class, because me and him was away for a couple of days, and it was really good. Is it Las Ramblas where everyone was?
Yeah.
It was really good there, but I'd be lost to try and tell you where to go. And in London, I mean, I lived in London for 4 years, but I don't know. I like Brick Lane, mate.
Brick Lane.
I like
bagels
Brick Lane.
on Brick Lane.
I mean, I've not been for years, but I mean, 15 years ago I left London, or 14 years ago. But I used to like around that area, Brick Lane and Shoreditch Way. But I'm not.
I did something in London. We never normally do stuff like this, but it was we did a cycling tour, me and my mum.
When was this?
Probably 6-7 years ago.
This is so cute.
We did a cycling food tour.
Right.
So you pay your money up front.
Yeah.
I think you pay up front, and then you go round and they give you food from different places. So you go to like Borough Market and you go to other places, like loads of different sort of food stalls and vendors and stuff around London. And actually, that was really good.
That's good, man.
It's a bit scary riding a bike around London.
Absolutely terrifying, yeah. But they're sort of in the lead, and there's loads of you, so you don't get hit by cars and stuff. Right. And I wouldn't normally recommend stuff like that, but that was actually really good. So with a food cycling tour, I'd actually recommend it.
That's good.
There you go.
That
fucking hell. Nuruddin has just gifted 50 Stretford Paddock memberships. That is absolutely unreal. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Do you know what?
Unbelievable.
50.
That keeps the lights on. Without our members, we wouldn't be sat here. Honestly, we've been doing this now at Stretford Paddock for 4 years, and it's the memberships that have kept us going. I mean, all the views and everything has kept us going, but the memberships have been particularly helpful. Also on the members section, because we've got extra content on the members section. You and McCall have done a video, haven't you, this week, which was looking at Luke Shaw, was it?
Luke Shaw, and what's going on with it? He feels like he's at a crossroads at Man United, doesn't he? He had that great season last season or season before last, however you want to look at it. This season he's barely featured, and I think this season's reminded a lot of people that maybe he's not the most reliable physical player. So what do we do with him? And then we just talk.
Do you like Luke Shaw? What do you think of him?
It's balls hot and cold, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
When he's good, he's great, but then he don't play. He's injured, and then he's obviously with the England team in a minute. He'll be playing for England, won't he? But
I think he's too injured for me.
Yeah, you can't rely on him.
Yeah, he's too, like last season, you had Delo at left back, Wan-Bissaka at left back. Luke Shaw played 18, 19 games, whatever it was. Not many. And you can't have that. And it's like the one season you're on about, Joe, where he played 47 goals in all competitions. Fair enough, but that was the outlier. Yeah. He's missed half the games in the last 5 years. You can't rely on someone like that. Yeah. And the thing is, he is class.
When he's good, he's great. Yeah,
I think only Bruno's better than him. In terms of
I think he's a contender for being the best left back in the Premier League when he's on it. When
he's playing fit. Well.
Like in terms of ability. And it's certainly the best left back England have got. He's much better than Chilwell or whoever else. But like you say, if he's not fit, then what's the point?
Right, let's get into this bracket then. So we're going to go through the Euros and we're going to pick who we think is going to win the lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Group by group, we're going to pick top three. It does it all for us because some of the third place people get through as well. It's all. What
this all works out? Because this is baffling me.
Well, I'm using. Is something doing it for you?
I'm using the Telegraph's 2024 prediction simulator.
Right.
Absolute sorry.
It's just the first one that popped up.
That's fine.
Also, it's free. Group A: Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. Who's going through there? We've got to say Germany. Surely they're the host.
Home. Yeah, you'd expect them. Germany,
so
Scotland.
We'll put them
I
top.
think Scotland will do bits.
Do you?
Yeah.
Switzerland are all right, aren't they?
They're one of them, aren't they? Where they have a Shaqiri every so often.
The thing is with Switzerland, they're in every tournament.
That's true.
And they always seem to get to the knockouts and get knocked out. But
they're a real round of 16 team.
I think there's like an element of the Swiss should have done maybe a little bit better.
The Swish.
Like I think there's usually some clubs or some teams, I should say, they have like one tournament, don't they, where they sort of exceed expectations. Have Switzerland ever had that?
Did they maybe get to a semi?
I'm sure they went deep into a tournament recently.
Did they?
I don't even know about Hungary. We might be ruling out Hungary. I don't even know how their qualifying went. They might have done all right.
I think I'm with you. I say Scotland second, and then maybe Switzerland third.
Right. Is it Scotland? Germany's the opening game, isn't it?
Yeah, next week.
So should we do Scotland second, Switzerland third, Hungary fourth?
McTominay to lead them to glory.
Okay.
But when I say glory, I mean second place in that group.
Yeah. And qualification.
Yeah.
Group B: Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Decent little group.
You've got
Albania,
fancy the first three you've said there.
Yeah.
So you got Spain, Croatia, Italy.
Yeah.
Italy have been a nightmare since they won the Euros, haven't they? Didn't qualify for the World Cup. England obviously beat them in the qualifiers for this as well, but do they have to be in it because they qualified? Why were they in the qualifiers as well?
I don't know. I don't understand international football anymore, to be honest with you.
You've got to fancy Spain to win the group, haven't you? I suppose.
Yeah. I would go Spain to win it. Although they're perennially lacking a striker, aren't they?
Yeah, but they always get a 1-0 win, don't they? They always get a goal and then that's it.
So,
1-0 specialist.
Croatia had some good players. A lot of that golden generation are either past it or retired, like Perisic,
Platinum
Modric,
generation,
Mandzukic, all of that lot. It's a new era now, isn't it? So, what we're saying?
I'll go Spain, Croatia.
Spain, Croatia.
Then Italy.
Yeah, I think Italy third.
What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's go with that then. Albania, sorry, you're out.
Yeah, sorry.
Group C: Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, England. I genuinely do fancy England to top the group, to be honest.
You'd imagine they should do.
I think it's England then Denmark.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird when I say England, I say they.
Do you not say we?
Naturally, no.
What?
I just noticed that now when I've just said that, and I do that.
Do you have a different national team to England, or do you not care about international football? Or
no, don't get me wrong. I want it. I struggle to get interested in national tournaments until the knockouts.
Right, okay.
I'll watch but I like watching football, so I'll watch all the games, or as many as I can watch.
Yeah.
And then when England play, I want England to win. You know, my dad likes England. My dad's a City fan, but my dad, he likes England and all that. So I always think I want England to win because I know my dad will be watching England. But if they get knocked out, it's like it's gone. Whereas United could lose the fourth game of the season when really, it's not like you're at a critical point where you need all the points you get, sort of thing. I'm devoed for a few days, and I don't know. I don't hate England. It's just I struggle. I don't know.
I get it, right, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to be the old top red, but genuinely, if Kobbie Mainoo were in the team, I wouldn't care. Like, or in the squad. Like, I know.
As in, you wouldn't care whether he was in or not. I mean,
no,
if you wouldn't
I wouldn't care about England. Like last season or last tournament, sorry, Marcus made it for me. Marcus scoring. For England was such, like, I was celebrating them goals much more than I'd celebrate if Sterling scored or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do have that sort of United, looking at it through a United lens. But if I had to pick a team, I'm an England fan. Out of the international, I do want England to win, but sometimes it's difficult. I think it's easy now because I grew up when I was like sort of really getting into really watching international football. The Beckham thing in '98.
The press have probably tarnished it a bit.
I remember once goal England versus Belarus or something. I got free tickets and it was like stand up if you hate Man U and all that garbage. And then also things like watching John Terry and Steven.
United players getting booed at England games.
I hated that. I could never ever get behind John Terry and Steven Gerrard when they were like captaining England and stuff like that.
That's true. Steven Gerrard scoring a goal for England. I don't want to go down too much, but I'd struggle to celebrate.
That's what I mean.
That,
I know. I hear you.
And I think what it is in this country is, like, I know other countries have loads of different sports, but football rivalry between teams in this country is like massive. And I know you have the lower league teams where they love England because they get to see, no disrespect to them, a better quality of football of a team that they're supporting. So, I know my mate's a Queen's Park Rangers fan and he can't wait for the Euros to start. He's a big England fan. So I get that. But, I think because football rivalry in this, especially in the top league, is so fierce between certain teams that, like, I just think sometimes it's hard supporting a team where there's a player from another club there. Like,
I'm especially that generation you're talking about, with like Gerrard, Carragher, John Terry, like those lot. I really struggle to like them. Like Ashley Cole, Joe Cole. I just fucking didn't like them.
No, I didn't.
Whereas I don't. For instance, now someone like Declan Rice, I don't dislike him.
No, I agree with that.
At all. Certain players I'm not keen on still. Like I don't like Trent Alexander-Arnold particularly. I don't hate him. It was not the same as it was with Gerrard, but I don't love him. But like that era when I was first watching football, I know you've obviously seen it a bit more than me, but I was the same. Like watching, I'm struggling to enjoy Steven Gerrard making a great pass for England because it's just Gerrard making a pass, and I hate that. Whereas
because the majority of the year you can't stand him. It's hard to flip.
That was. I completely agree. I was over in South Africa for the World Cup in 2010, and we ended up going to Bloemfontein. I was there anyway. So we went to Bloemfontein because England were playing Germany and lads I was with, they cared about it more because one of them was a Leicester fan, another one was a Sheffield Wednesday fan. And the other one was a Red. But they were like, the two were like, we've got to get to Bloemfontein, we've got to go and watch England. Like, we can't, we're here and England are here and it's Germany. And we went there, and I just remember like, as soon we got to Bloemfontein, we paid this kid to drive us there. And we got there to like there's like this wharf, like this, like Salford Quays type thing, and there's all these England flags and everything. It looked mint, but then you get in amongst them, and they're all like, some of them are dressed like Spitfire bombers and all like pilots, and they've got inflatable like bombers, and that was Steve, and like one of them's like dressed like St George, and then they're all like it's going on about World War II and no. I remember being in the stadium. And there's a load next to me singing "No Surrender" to the Taliban and all that. And I'm like, what are you on about? We're in the middle of South Africa, and you're watching a football match, you dickhead. Like, I just thought, I can't really get into this in that way.
It's hard. I struggle. You know what I think it is in this country? Proper tangent now. I think, in America, right? They fucking love being Americans, don't they? The national anthem every game, everyone's got a fucking flag on the driveway.
In the day at school
they love being Americans. In England, it's like there's a few different things. It's like, do we have the Union flag or do we have the St George's Cross? And I know the George's Cross is the English one, but we've got multiple flags going on. So then when people talk about what country you're from, do we say the UK? Do we say Britain? Do we say England? Right? Whereas you ask a Scots person or someone from Wales or Ireland or Northern Ireland, they'll say I'm Northern Irish.
Yeah.
I'm Welsh. I'm Scottish. And it's fair play to him. I agree with that. Whereas if we say I'm English, then I was thinking in the back of my mind, is someone going to start thinking I'm like, you know, because the numpties have hijacked the St. George's cross flag.
That's another issue, innit?
Yeah.
You know,
That's another
are they
issue.
going to think
You hate everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I don't. And then I think in this country, in England, it's like we're not patriotic because we try and do a bit, you know, every on the TV and all that. It's like try to do a bit of everything. Whereas you have a sports programme on in Scotland and it's showing the England results. Even the people who are presenting it will go, yeah, they've been fucking dicks, you know. Obviously, we don't say it like that. You know, they're happy that England are knocked out, buzzing, and it's like fair play. I like that. It's rivalry. Whereas here, you get them on the news, you go, oh, Scotland were knocked out today, and it's a shame. And then, you know, and then we're all watching, and it's just like. It's weird.
It's confusing, isn't it? Because it's
you're
like,
not patriotic in this country. It's mad.
We're not, and I get your point about it's like been hijacked a lot by the right wing. Like, if you've got a Union Jack out, you're out one a Union Jack. You might feel a bit funny about it. Yeah, then you have like the national anthem for some like Commonwealth. It's mad. It's just weird. I get that.
Yeah.
I remember like you're saying about America. Because I remember in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, I was over there for that, and I watched Ghana versus America, and we were stood in the queue for the to get a drink and that before the game, and. There's a massive queue, and the American national anthem came on, and the whole queue ran.
Really?
To go into the stadium to sing. Yeah. Like, imagine that in Wembley or whatever. No one would give a toss if it's English. But literally, the entire queue just went out. I was buzzing because I just went straight to the front. But yeah, they have a different attitude.
Our anthem's a bit shit as well, isn't it?
Anthem's terrible.
It's
When
fucking
we
awful.
were
I
in
can't
America
stand
for pre-season last year, like, they played the American national anthem before every United game.
Yeah.
And they'd have like big flag on the pitch being waved, like a football pitch sized American flag.
Yeah.
And the journalist would stand up in the press box, and then there'd be fucking
Jets.
Remember the San Diego?
fucking fly over.
He's not lying.
Jets
San
flying
Diego
over.
one.
It was incredible.
Crazy?
Genuinely, like goosebumps on my back.
It was, and I'm not that guy, but it was.
Everyone
He's right. He's
stood up,
mad.
and I think especially as an English person, there's always the feeling that people from Scotland think that we don't like them or don't think about them or care about them or that we think, like, you know, who cares about. So then there's almost that guilt of like wanting to show that I don't hate the rivalry between Wales or Scotland or whatever. And it does make it a bit of a like...
That in at San Diego, right, where Joe was saying then, it was mad because like you had that flag. You had the national anthem.
Loads of troops in the stands and everything like that.
The girl that was singing it was a troop. She was like in uniform. Once I think she was in the Navy.
Right.
So like as you said, because it's right near an airbase, isn't it? So you had this big like jets and everything.
Yeah.
As it like reached its crescendo, it was mental. You're like, oh my god, this is the most American thing. I've ever seen in my life, but it was good. But apologies, by the way, if you lost us for a couple of seconds there. I think there was some gremlins in the machine, but we should be back with you now. So yeah, if anyone has sort of, if you wondered what was going on there,
we've not got 5 minutes, have we?
No, right, let's keep going. Right, so the rest of the group: England, Serbia, Denmark. I don't know if it's Slovenia or Slovakia. All I've got is SLO, but I think that's Slovakia.
I don't want to say. I'm scared.
I thought it'd be Slovenia.
I don't know.
Shows how much I'm paying
Slovenia.
attention.
There we go.
So England to win.
I think England will win.
I think England will win.
I think in tournaments, big players win your games, and I think Denmark having Eriksen and Højlund, and Højbjerg as well as Danish, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think that will win them games.
Scored a worldie the other day, didn't he, Christian Eriksen?
Yeah. And it tends to go like, because the games aren't particularly high quality usually. It's not great tactics because the manager don't have the players enough. So it's like individual moments. And someone like an Eriksen can put a free kick in. Højlund can just smack one in from 20 yards out. I'd have them two to go through England and Denmark.
And Slovenia and Serbia, did you say?
Yeah. Serbia got some decent players. Maybe them third, Slovenia fourth.
I think you make a good point now. I think the Danes can get second place.
Yeah. Group D. Netherlands, Austria, France, Poland. Now that is an absolute fucking shootout. That I like.
France have probably got one of the strongest squads on. And the only reason I'm saying that, I've not looked at the squad. I looked at a list of who's not made the team.
Yeah.
And then I thought, fucking hell, like some have decent players there.
Yeah.
Now France have got a
France are mad. Team. It's got to be France first, hasn't it?
You'd imagine.
And then Netherlands, you never know what you're going to get from them.
No.
There's no one like Netherlands to lose their first two games of a
France
tournament.
and Netherlands are the same in the sense that they can either smash a tournament, or they can all be on the plane after one game because they fell out of each other. Like they can sack the manager.
They love a scandal, don't they?
Yeah, they love it. Like where actually it's the players who've taken over the management of the team.
Yeah,
because they've all had a big training ground bust up. both of those teams are capable of that.
Netherlands have always been my I'll look at an England result, but I want to see how Netherlands. I got a bit. I don't know why. I've got a bit. I think it's the old kits from back in the day with Ruud Gullit and that.
They're an easy team to like.
I love Ruud Gullit.
Yeah, Ruud Gullit, Van Basten. I remember that the '88 team that won the Euros. Ruud Gullit, Rijkaard, Van Basten.
And then Davids with his glasses on and all that.
You've always had someone where you can go.
You were a big Johan Neeskens fan as well, weren't you?
Loved him in the 70s. Yeah, he's the real Johan.
Yeah.
People should have been getting behind. Never mind Cruyff, who let us down in 78.
Forget it.
Do you know what I mean?
The problem with this
I love the Dutch teams.
I feel like they're lacking some of those ethereal figures that you're talking about. Even like the Kluiverts and the Davids and those people, because they've got like their attackers are Gakpo and Depay. And Weghorst, the best for me, the player that's the most exciting in that old-fashioned way is Frankie de Jong for them. Yeah. But even he's a great player, but he doesn't have that Van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy kind of feeling to him where he's just going to get it and smack it. I don't know. I feel like they're lacking a bit of that, but they're still pretty good.
It's mad how good. For such a small country, how many fucking quality players they produce.
Uruguay is the same. Uruguay's got the same population as Wales.
Really?
And there's a point where they had Cavani, Suarez, Godin, the captain of Atletico for years. They had there's another Uruguayan centre-back who played for Atletico as well. They just had loads of fantastic players.
Forlan,
of course,
smashing it for him.
Loads of players, and you just think, this is a tiny country.
It's mad,
it's
the World Cup
it's just all football, isn't it?
Just perfect.
Everything. There's no other sports.
So, what we're saying then, Austria or Poland are perennial disappointments at tournaments. They always have a couple of decent players, and the problem with Lewandowski is
he's getting on a bit.
But also he's only as good as the service he gets. Yeah. And for Poland in tournaments especially, he never quite does it, does he?
No, I think they get to the knockouts in the World Cup. I think didn't they? But they were never. No.
I think Netherlands.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
So France, Netherlands.
I think Austria, then Poland.
Then Austria.
Personally.
Right.
Yeah. I can't see France winning that, and you'd fancy the Netherlands to come second, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine.
I fancy Belgium to win that.
Yeah, I think there's an element with that with Belgium, they've missed the chance.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think a few years ago they had a real chance to win.
Unreal, their team.
They could have won the World Cup in maybe 2016 or 2018 when it the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
Or the Euros after that. When they had De Bruyne in his Hazard was still there.
Yeah.
Vertonghen and Alderweireld.
Yeah, they had if you look throughout that team, you go, wow, they have lots of team.
Yeah, ridiculous team.
And then I think the last World Cup, I think they knocked out Lukaku, came off the bench, didn't he? Just missed a load of sitters. And you think De Bruyne's getting on a bit now. Hazard's obviously retired. They've got some decent players,
Hazard,
but they're not you feel like that was their chance.
Their golden generation.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? 6 years ago, 5 years ago maybe, they had a real chance of doing something. I think it was 2018 where, didn't they get knocked out in the semi-finals, I think?
Yeah.
And I remember Lukaku I think he had a big chance that would have given him the lead. I think, I just feel like it's not happening for him.
Now you're relying on Leandro Trossard to win you a tournament.
That's what I mean. He's a good player, but he's not. Do you know what I mean? Belgium used to have a team, and you go 5 of them players would get in England's team.
Yeah.
And now you think you struggle
Do you have a team where all 11 of them?
Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
They're one of those teams as well at Belgium where they're always second in the world, aren't they? And they never
never produce.
Never even get to a final or anything. Yeah. They're second highest ranked team in the world behind Brazil. You're how are they there?
My missus is a Belgian fan. She's not Belgian, but she supports Belgium.
She likes Belgium. Yeah, like me with Holland.
Yeah, she 100% if Belgium play in England, she calls Belgium we, and she'll want them to win. Crackers.
Why is that?
I think I don't want to tell you because I just think she's not well. Marouane Fellaini, genuinely, she's got a Fellaini tattoo and everything. My missus.
What?
Yeah, she's got a Fellaini tattoo in her hand. She used to be obsessed with Marouane Fellaini. She loved him, and she started supporting Belgium because Fellaini used to play for Belgium, obviously, and it just escalated, and she's fully invested.
Is that like a piss take, or is that genuine?
It's got Fellaini there, that. So she's got shh. I remember, she's mad. I love her, but she's mad. And I remember my pal ran me.
Does she watch this?
Yeah. So sometimes she's probably on. I don't know what time it is. She might be on a school run. And she went. My pal ran me. Went. Have you been on socials today? On social media? Seen what your missus has been up to? And I thought
that's not. You never want to.
No, yeah, you know.
like,
No, that's not a sentence you got to read.
You know what I mean?
What's been on OnlyFans? You've seen what your missus has been up to.
And I walked through the door, and as I walked through the kitchen door, she went like, shh. And she had Fellaini there on her thing, and I went, what have you done that? Tell me that's not real. And she went, yeah. She went, and she always gaslights me. She went, I told you I was getting it done. I thought, you fucking didn't. And I remembered that. So yeah, she's a big Belgian fan.
Have you ever asked her to,
go on,
you know, give it the old...
Remember, that's the mother of my children you're talking
Fox
about.
in the box.
What, stick a Fellaini finger up my ass?
My mate always used to say, he's a good plan B. So if it's not quite working out for you...
Yeah, good touch for a big man.
She can pull the finger out.
I have my missus' finger bandied around this channel willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Come out with a little afro on it.
Yeah, oh, Chelsea.
Sorry, that's
It's
gross.
5 o'clock on a Friday, man.
Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine. We're going to go Belgium first.
That's the office, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
I'm constantly quoting it.
What's next? Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine.
Oh...
I feel like Ukraine.
This is a
Romania, like, they doing all right.
Maybe Ukraine, with everything they've been through and going on, they've still got
I'd
some
go
decent players.
Ukraine, Romania.
Okay, Slovakia. Down.
Sorry, Slovakia might have pissed their fucking qualification here.
Group F: Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Czech Republic. And just before we get into this, Turkey, I would say, have a claim for being the most underperforming footballing nation ever. They've got 80 million population.
Right.
Football is by far the biggest sport.
That's a good point, that,
and they have never even got close to winning anything. I think they got to one Euro semi-final, or maybe it's the World Cup final semi-final in 2002.
Yeah,
that is it.
They did.
Like,
they got to the semi.
The football
Hakan Şükür, was that him?
They played Germany, didn't they? In the semis, I think.
Yeah, 85 million people live there, and football's the number one sport. They've got millions of football teams. They've got, to a decent standard Champions League teams.
Yeah.
And as a nation, never even close.
Because they don't do it in Europe either, do they?
No.
Like they don't. It was the. No, I can't remember. They're not like you don't see them winning like Champions Leagues, do you? I know it's difficult because of the money that's involved.
Yeah.
But no, when you think of teams, you think of like iconic teams. I struggle with Turkey and even Greece. Shithoused the way to a Euros win, didn't it, in 2004?
No.
Like, absolutely, just 1-0 every game.
And like Croatia's someone who, like, I don't think they've ever won a tournament, but they've had big top teams, like generations where they've got to World Cup final and then Euro semi-final, whatever it was. Like, they've had spells where they'd be really good for 2 or 3 tournaments in a row. I can't ever think of that from Turkey in their whole time of international tournaments.
No.
Anyway, Portugal got to be top there for me.
I think Portugal.
You'd imagine so.
To win it.
Yeah, they're my pick, to be honest. I think.
Who else? We've got Turkey. Who else?
Georgia, Czech Republic.
I'd say Portugal, Czech Republic, Turkey.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I'll go with that. Right then. So now we have to put our third place teams in order of best performance because that gets you some extra people. Right. So we've got Switzerland, Italy, Serbia, Austria, Romania and Turkey. I'm going to stick Italy in there.
Italy.
Yeah. Is it so they're getting put through best performance? Does that mean like highest place, third place?
Yeah, in their
right. Okay.
Group. I'm going to put Turkey in because the rest of the group is quite weak.
Yeah.
So I think they could be.
Do you remember? I don't know how old you are. Do you remember the good Romanian team with George Hagi and all that?
Slightly before my time. That.
I bet.
94. I think they got to the.
In America.
Yeah, I think they got to the quarters or the semis. But they had a really good team.
What's it? Bulgaria in that World Cup got
mate,
far.
Stoichkov and all that. Mate, that was a really
They're all off. They all ended off, didn't they?
Yeah. There was a few teams that sort of did
there was him, the bloke who they had up front with a bald head. I remember him scoring a great headed goal. I can't remember his name.
But they had a few good players.
Top tournament that.
It was.
England weren't in it, but it was a good tournament.
Probably why it was so good.
They have to fucking have a meltdown halfway through it.
I think Serbia another decent shout. They're in England's group, the one with Denmark and Slovenia. I think they could do pretty well. So we're going to stick them in.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And then let's go Austria, Switzerland or Romania. Who are we saying for that final?
I'll say Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay, let's do that. And there we go. Austria and Romania.
Yeah.
Okay, then round of 16, Germany versus Denmark.
I get a Spitfire out in a minute. Oh, man.
What are you saying? Germany versus Denmark?
Expect the home nation.
Germany.
They got the fans behind them.
It's not a vintage German side, but it's still got a lot of good players.
They got the fans.
And I know, disrespect to Denmark, they are a good team, but I think Germany at home, you'd fancy him.
Okay, there we go. And then, 1 second. Scotland versus Croatia.
Oh, that's a close one, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Croatia just...
Croatia
they've got that
is a top
tournament
country to
pedigree,
go on holiday to, by the way.
Right.
If you've never been.
Based on that, then, I will go with Croatia.
Okay. Then Spain, Switzerland.
Spain.
England, Turkey.
England.
We're playing the underachievers, aren't we?
Yeah, two sets of underachievers. Well, England are underachievers as well, so we can both do it. Portugal, Serbia. Portugal. Netherlands, Ukraine.
Netherlands.
Yeah,
I see an upset there, but we'll go with Netherlands. Belgium, Italy.
Oh,
what do you think?
Yeah. Well, Italy haven't been great.
I still think Belgium have got enough in there. A bit more than Italy.
And France, Czech Republic.
Because the thing with Italy, they won the Euros, didn't they, last time round? But they had a lot of ageing players as well.
Yeah.
And it was like the last dance thing, where I think them, they're not really up to it anymore.
Okay, then after that we've got Germany.
What round are we in now?
Now we're into the quarterfinals.
Quarters, right? Okay.
Tasty now. Germany versus Spain.
Oh, penalties.
Wow. Yeah. But penalties, Germany.
Penalties, Germany.
I think you're right.
I'd say I honestly have got a feeling about Germany because they're at home. I'd say Germany.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got Portugal versus Netherlands.
I'd say
Portugal.
I think Portugal.
Yeah.
For me, I think Portugal are looking really good. Then we've got Belgium versus France.
Got to say France.
France. Yeah.
Yeah. France.
I agree.
And then finally we have got England versus Croatia, a rematch of the World Cup.
You'd have to say England there, wouldn't you?
I think England.
I think England.
We beat them in the Euros last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
England then.
Yeah, I know they did us in the World Cup in 2018.
Okay, so then we've got Germany versus, who was the other one? Spain?
No, we've had them beating Spain already.
Oh God, wait a sec, it's all gone.
So it was Germany versus.
It was Germany versus Spain, but Germany went through.
Yeah, okay. And then after that, so we had England going through, we had France going through, and we had
Portugal.
Going
so
through.
It's Germany versus Portugal.
I'm gonna go Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then after that, we've got
France
Belgium.
v England, is it? No, Belgium. France beat Belgium.
Yeah.
So now it's France versus England in the other semi.
I think. Oh, could it be revenge?
I think we'll do them.
No, I don't.
That could go either way.
Yeah.
But I'd probably still lean towards France. Not saying, not being a doom merchant, but
a little bit. So then we've got Portugal versus France in the final.
I have thought France, but I think Portugal. I think Portugal. Yeah. Do you know what? Right. I'm almost torn. I'm an England fan, not much of one, but I am. There's part of me that wouldn't mind seeing Portugal win that. Just because of Bruno.
Same for United players.
I love Bruno,
trophy on his
and
CV.
I would love him to win that.
Yeah.
Honestly, almost as much as I'd love
anymore.
to see Kobe Mainoo in England win it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the thing with Mainoo is
Ronaldo's still playing for Portugal.
Yeah. I think the thing with Mainoo is he'll get more chances. Anyway, he's only a kid, isn't he?
I could see Portugal winning that.
I'd love it. Honestly, if Bruno won that, I'd be fucking buzzing for him.
Who are the favourites, bookies wise?
England and France.
England.
Really?
Yeah, it's close, but England, I think, are just about favourites.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't do a Pogba where he comes back and he can't be asked anymore.
Yeah, he's won it, and now he's
what's this? Pogba came back for the World Cup and he just had enough, hadn't he? United.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, this is a load of bollocks.
There you go.
Comments saying,
yeah, a lot of people on Portugal. I think Portugal will beat France. People saying that Portugal to take it. England Germany final. One person said Portugal to beat Germany, not in this life. I like that. I like the phrasing on that.
Yeah.
Portugal versus Germany and England versus France in the semis, with France versus Portugal in the final. That's what we arrived at the same conclusion. But the problem with that is, I know everyone does this. We've sort of picked all the best teams to win their games. There
will be.
I don't think there's been one massive upset there from our predictions.
And there will be.
You do get upset.
There will be.
Yeah, you will. So it's hard to know, innit?
Like you said, when
there'll be a team that goes on a run.
Yeah,
they love a team that goes on a run.
Last time,
no, exactly.
No one fought Greece in 2004, of course. Trying to think who else has been. Spain were just dominant for a while, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
And then you've had a few other teams, but you usually get one team.
Yeah.
You go, hang on a minute, no one saw that coming. I think Denmark last time did quite well, didn't they? Especially after what happened with Eriksen. And they went far, didn't they?
Akash K says, why would Ten Hag be on holiday with his family if there's a chance of him leaving Man United? He's staying. I'll put down 50 memberships if Ten Hag leaves this year. So that's Akash K.
Akash K is a good guy, man.
He owes us 50 memberships if he gets
He's
sacked.
probably on holiday because he knows he's due a windfall.
Don't worry, we can, we've got Disneyland this time round.
I'm getting sacked, but I'm getting this amount of money, so let's go and splurge.
Let's go all inclusive, let's do it.
Luke H says, talking about his favourite city in Europe, says Hamburg, St. Pauli, the football hipster
I've been there.
club.
Have you?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
It's the around that stadium, and there's like some old. We played a gig in there. What was the festival called? Reeperbahn Festival. Yeah, we played a gig, and there's like 2 big towers, like from the war kind of thing, where you'd expect like turrets on them and everything.
Yeah.
And the football ground's right next door, and the graffiti all right is top.
Really?
You walk around there and you feel like it's fucking moody around here, but it's quality.
Really?
Yeah, I do like that.
Like that?
Yeah,
Is that
like that. Yeah.
It looks like an old sort of war prison thing.
We played a gig in that building, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
really cool.
I love that.
Alex Buckingham, The Wire is better than Sopranos.
This is the
3 seasons I got out of that, and then I just...
Really?
Yeah.
This is the age-old argument, like, it's a toss-up for me between The Wire and The Sopranos. I'd probably go The Sopranos, but I do love The Wire. I think that the trouble with The Wire is I think every season of The Sopranos is mint. I think for The Wire, season 2 and season 5 are okay.
My story about The Wire is I started watching it like once it had finished, box set tackle. Started watching it, and so I got into it. So I was telling my mate, start watching The Wire. It's quality.
Yeah.
So he's going, right, I'll give it a go. So we started watching it. Then anyway, I was just having a chat with him one day, and he said, "Where are you up to on The Wire?" So I said, I'm just at the start of season 3. What a spoiler alert, by the way, if anyone's thinking of watching it. So just turn it on mute. So I said, I think I'm just at the start of season 3, because I've been watching it on and off. So he said, so I said, don't tell me, I don't want to know where you are. I don't want to give anything away. I fucking hate that. When you say to someone, I've not seen it, don't talk about it, and you carry on talking about it. So I said, don't tell me, I don't want to know. He went, no, I've just got to the bit where Stringer Bell's been killed.
Oh, mate!
So, and I've gone,
the biggest plot spoiler ever.
I've gone, you're taking a fucking, I've lost it. So I've gone, you're taking a fucking piss. And he's gone, what? No, I'm only messing with you. So I said, no, I know you're not.
Yeah.
I know you're telling me the truth. And then I never watched another episode.
Right. I get that, because
and it pissed me off, because I love Stringer Bell, even though I know he was a bit of a baddie, whatever.
That pisses me off. I hate it. I even hate it when people go, I won't say anything, but the twist is so good. So I'm waiting for a twist now, am I?
Don't tell me about it, and then go,
honestly,
no, but the end's a bit weird.
Tell you who. I just think, don't let me know there's a twist.
That's a real bugbear of mine.
I don't even like it when someone goes, it's really sad. Okay, so I know I'm going to be crying at the end now. I don't want that either. Just don't say anything.
I remember watching Succession, and that's why I couldn't go on Twitter when that was on, because there's loads of plot spoilers. People watching it tweeting about it. But no, The Wire, because what you spoke about, obviously you've mentioned it now anyway.
Yes, I did give everyone a warning though.
It kind of comes out of the blue as well. Yeah. So like you're not really expecting.
No, mate, didn't watch another episode because I just thought you completely had me right over.
Up to that, when I say it comes out of the blue, once that episode starts, you can see it coming, but leading up to it, you don't. And then it's like, hang on a minute, something's going down here. But no, I hate shit like
that.
Wayne Davies, who's been a member for 41 months himself, thank you very much, Wayne, says, won a trip to South Africa with work, flying out in September. Mate. Any recommendations? That'll be you.
I've never been.
I was in Joburg, but then Santon, I think it is the town nearby that's quite like a good place to go out drinking and all that, a little bit upmarket. But it was good. When we was over there for the World Cup, it was crazy, man, because they've just pulled out all the stops for you. The South Africans were so friendly. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. Like, you couldn't follow them. They were just so welcoming, and we were going out to loads of different people's houses, having these big barbecues, braais, I think they call them. And just, honestly, it was just mint. It was one of the best summers I've ever had in my life. It was quality. So yeah, if you are near Johannesburg, then I'd recommend Santon. But I have to tell you that I went there during the World Cup in 2010, and it was a little bit skewed because
because they rolled the red carpet out and that.
The police in South Africa had got on it.
Like the Commonwealth Games round there, they covered all the buildings in
that's what it was
posters.
Like. They were literally putting people on buses who were like almost just shipping them down to like the middle of nowhere and just telling them to stay there for the 6 weeks. Like, it was crackers what they did, but as an experience and as a people, I just absolutely loved it. I love South Africa.
Great.
I'd love to go back, but I don't know if I ever will. Should we wrap it up there then? I think we've covered the Euros. We've got Portugal winning it.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Bruno Fernandes
get your money on Portugal.
Exactly.
Lump on.
Jim, you said, is it looking to release an album? Is it maybe?
We're recording. We're just recording tunes
Yeah.
at the minute. So the ultimate, the end game would be to hopefully release them, but we'll just see what happens.
Go and check out Slow Readers Club. There's a link in the description. You go and check out all the good stuff, and on our socials as well. It's always a pleasure having Jim on the channel.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. We know where to find Joseph. Anything happening? What's next? Sloppy Joe's? Anything up there?
Episode coming out tonight.
Oh, there you go. Then go and check out the Sloppy Joes. You know where to find me as well. That's been Jim from Slow Readers. That's been Joe Smith from Sloppy Joes. I'm Jay Marty. This has been The Brew. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. We've got 750, by the way. Where am I? I'm over there. There you go. Hey.
Can't get it right. There we go.
There you go. 750. Thanks for watching.